Billy back here with Broship of the Nerds, and I am two-thirds of the way to my goal. When I started doing YouTube, I wanted to have a laptop. I've had that for a while. I wanted an office chair, which I just accomplished today. This was the biggest step because it required some assembly, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad to put together. I put together an office chair many years ago, and I would have gotten the nice gaming chair, but it was way too heavy, and I didn't feel like trying to flag someone down at Walmart just to load up a heavy chair. So it's okay. It'll work for what I need. I just needed something that I could sit in for longer than like 10 minutes to support me because I had one of those like arena chairs, like sporting event chairs that you bring with you, and let's just say there's no rear end support. So I ended up getting the one I have now. It'll last for a while, and then eventually I may get like even a better one later. But yeah, I ended up getting that, and just this is just kind of a check-in video. So yesterday I was like, you know what? I went to a friend's party. They had what we call a Halloween party. It's a trend that I guess has been taken off, and instead of celebrating like a normal Valentine's Day, people combine Valentine's and Halloween. So we ended up eating. My friend made Greek salad, which was really good. I like it. And then for the main course, baked spaghetti, and then some desserts and snacks. Awesome. So we ate that. We watched. Let's see. We ended up watching Valentine's Day. Really cute film. I had never seen it. I remember there being a trailer back in the day, and it's hard to tell how a movie's going to be when you have such a big cast and almost too many stars. But the way they did it was perfect because it was all of these stories that all are happening at the same time in the same city or whatever. So, you have some characters that are flying out, that are on a flight, or they're on their way into the city. And then you have some that are leaving, and you have different relationships. And it just really was one of those films that took me by surprise. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. And then we watched Tim Burton's Corpse's Bride, which none of my other friends had seen. So there were four of us there. I was the only one that had seen it. They absolutely loved it. It's a shorter film, and we were on a time limit. We were trying to wrap up by 6, and we started at 1, so we only had 5 hours to eat, watch 2 films, and then kind of joke around and stuff. But yeah, we're trying to do like a once a month friends event where we do some sort of a theme dinner. Next month will be St. Patrick's, which we'll do sometime in March, of course. Um, so yeah, just general thoughts. And then last night I was in the mood for like a cute, because as you guys know, if you followed my channel long enough, or me and Jackrabbit and Viper and Angel and Monkey and other guests. Anyways, if you followed us for any length of time, you know that I'm into like gothic. Like Burton is my favorite director, and then I'm also into like Wednesday, anything like gothic and horror and dark. But I still like to celebrate like Valentine's Day and Christmas, and I still believe in wearing like traditional, like traditional Christmas. I saw a really cool Christmas tree that was Halloween themed. Like, no, I like to keep Halloween and Christmas separate. But anyways, I end up watching A Perfect Pairing, which I had seen before, but Victoria Justice is such a cute film, and Victoria Justice, so much talent. Her singing in the film, there's a scene around a bonfire where she sings Home. Absolutely love that edition of it, version. And then there was like, she basically works for this wine company, and her boss is a dick, and she quits because a friend of hers stole her idea, and she wants to go to Australia to get Vaughn Family Wine as her first client, or one of her first client. Yeah, her first client. So she's starting up a new business, and she gets there, and they're like, no, but then she basically helps them work and tries to earn her sales pitch, basically. So it's about uh, Victoria Justice's character staying true to herself. It's adorable. It's one of those films. Victoria Justice, very underrated. Great singer, great actress. I look forward to seeing like what her future films are, because as a college student, I watched Victoria's with my little sister, and I liked it just as much as she did. She'd say it's on, and then I would say, oh yeah, I got to go home and watch Victoria's with my little sister. But really, I was the one really wanting to watch it because I loved Psychowitz. He was such a fun teacher character, And then I thought the characters were like really fun and everything. And yeah. So, anyways, watched Perfect Pairing. And then today was awesome. Got up, slow start. It's a Sunday, right? You have nowhere to be on a weekend. And then I was like, oh, I want to get some stuff done today. So I started some laundry up, went and got some Starbucks and got my coffee and sandwich, and then went and got a haircut. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go today. I didn't realize they closed at like 5, but I got there at like 3 something, so I was good. But like, yeah, I didn't realize they closed, or maybe it was 4 they closed, and I got there at like close to 3. But anyways, I got my hair cut, and then I've been craving Girl Scout cookies for a while. Well, it just so happened I was heading to the town next to me that has more stores available to buy stuff, like, Walmart and everything. So I get over there and I'm like, my main purpose, I need to get an office chair. So I went in with the intent of buying an office chair, was going to go into the grocery entrance, but then on the other entrance, there were, you guessed it, Girl Scout cookies for sale. They said it was like their first or second day selling them. And they said Thin Mints were the popular one this year, where I got the Caramel Delights, which most of you would know, it's actually like the new, so instead of Samoas, they're now called Caramel Delights. And then, or at least this around here at least. And then so I got 1 box of those and 2 boxes of Thin Mints. I put them in the fridge because I don't like them melted, and to me they taste better when they're cold. Especially you get a little cup of milk, which I drink the lactose free because I have trouble with regular dairy, and I will eat let's be honest. I say I'm going to eat 2 or 3, but it ends up being like a whole row, and then I'll drink some milk. He needs some milk. But so yeah, that was kind of like this weekend in a nutshell. And I got the office chair put together, and the tricky part, like, it started really quick because there's 2 bottom leg supports. You pop in because it already starts out as like a foundation, but you have to add 2. So you basically pop it in, put in a screw or bolt, and do that with 2 of them. That's done. Then you put down the middle piece, and then you put down the seat itself. So that's all pretty straightforward. But then you have to attach the middle piece to the bottom of the seat, so you can lift the chair up and down. Then you attach the handles, and then you attach the back, which I didn't realize what I was doing with the handles. I didn't realize that they lifted up and down. So it looked like, I'm like, wait a minute, none of these angles are going to work. But then I realized, oh, you can push it down. And then the back was actually not bad because it said to put in 1 bolt on each side with the Allen wrench that's included. And then you go from this to this. You go vertical, and then you pop in the last 2 bolts. So I did that and got the chair put together. So chair's put together, and my next step is to get a better mic. I plan on getting one of those Blue Yeti mics, and that'll be my next step as far as like having my content creating setup done. And I'm always going to be making some tweaks. I may eventually, once I have a house, I'm wanting to get a new entertainment center and a bigger TV, a new couch, and then a new desk with a desktop PC. So, and that's all going to take money and time, but that's a down the road thing. Here in the next few years, I plan on buying a house and getting what I want for it, and just slowly putting together my own uh, creation, right? My own desires. So, yeah, it was a great weekend, and I am going to order Din Din and going to pick a movie to watch to end the night because I'm working the next 3 days. I did volunteer for tomorrow, but then I work Tuesday, Wednesday, so it's on me. Oops. But just wanted to say everything's going well, and I have been having a lot of fun catching up with friends. Um, Trying to think of what else there is to say here, guys. Yeah, that's kind of my plan right now, is just to keep upgrading the apartment and getting some of the stuff I want. And then once I move and get a house, I will get stuff that's like custom made for that place. Like right now, the TV I have is fine for the size of apartment I have. But once I have like a house, I want to get a 70 or 75-inch TV and a bigger entertainment stand. And then that way it'll look more like a big home theater. Because I thought about getting a projector and flat screen, but then I kind of went back and forth on it. I think I'm just going to stick with the really not sharp TV, and that way I don't have to do like a whole professional home theater setup. I can have friends come in and help me like decorate and design based on my taste and stuff. And I also want a collectible room. Ideally, I would have a home office slash library. So that'd be one room. I would film there and also read there. And then I would have a collectible room where I would keep like action figures and my plan for that is pretty cool actually. My plan is to start a collectible room, start it empty, and basically as I review an item, it gets added to the room. So I would slowly show you guys some of the collectibles I've got over the years. And then the home theater, of course, living room would not be a regular living room, it would be a home theater. So I just need, let's see, a bedroom, a home library office, and a collectible room. So if 3 bedrooms would be ideal because then I could do all that. Or if there's like a spare room not being used for anything, I could use it for that. So yeah, I'm going to order Din Din and I'm going to put on a movie. But that's all I have for today. This is just like a general check-in. I will eventually get back to the Stranger Things reviews. I've just been watching other stuff, and tonight I'm going to watch like a physical movie I actually own that I have either never watched or it's a rewatch because I haven't watched it in so long. So look for more content soon, and I hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day. Take care.